Yo, in this video, I'm about to thoroughly break down why you have no self-discipline and how you can go about fixing it. One question, bro. What do you think self-discipline is? Like, most of the time, people present things to you in the wrong format. People present things to you in a indirect manner. But I'm just gonna ask you, what do you think self-improvement really is? What do you think working and focusing on yourself really is? What do you think that entails? What do you think growing in every aspect and thriving really means? Like, I'm asking you this question because I deeply want to get to the root of why, one, you don't believe in yourself, and two, you just have no drive and ambition. Like, when I often say that there's people in other countries going through hell, and you're on your couch watching TV and beating your meat and eating cookies and chips, you have the ability to change your life. See, what I often see is a lot of times people believe that they're entitled, bro. You believe you're entitled to success, to money. You think you're even entitled to life. But somebody could come blow your brains out tomorrow. Real shit. You can wake up and not be here tomorrow. Crazy to think about, right? That's how quick life can pass you by, bro. So when I say, you feel me, you have to live life like you're gonna die, you need to start living life in the correct manner as if tomorrow is you're gonna be your last day. And I'm not saying do degenerate shit. I'm not saying go out here and, just do anything, bro, because you supposedly, like, bro, come on, bro. Like, every time someone tries to depict a form of a last resort, people always go to some negative shit. I mean, everything's subjective, but bro, if this was your last day on earth, you would spend your last day getting drunk and getting high. You would spend your last days on earth not trying to cultivate a better you. I know I'm going out as my highest version. So who you going out as? You going out as your lowest version or your highest version? Because your lowest version right now is that person that wakes up every morning angry and mad at the world. Your lowest version is that person that wakes up and feels like, why am I not where I want to be? Why do I not have a house in the hills? Why do I not have a bank account that is in sync and suffice to what I would want to see? Why do I not have the Ferrari parked out in the driveway? Why do I not have the baddest girl laying beside me? All of these different things and questions that you ask, bro, are a result of your own insecurities and a result of the work you not putting in. Because I promise you, what did I just name? Car, girl, bank account. Car, girl, bank account. Now let me ask you this question. Do you really think if you had discipline and you was really locked in on your craft and you was really out here getting to it, I mean, not playing, I mean, not, you feel me, talking about it, but really putting in the groundwork for your foundation, do you really not think that you wouldn't be able to attain those three things? I'm talking about simply income, valuable goddess. I'm talking about a goddess. I'm not talking about just a degenerate. If you want a degenerate woman, you can go on the corner, or you can go get that anywhere. I'm talking about a sustainable income that's coming in from different streams, assets that's coming in, investments that you're funding in. A valuable woman is an asset as well. A goddess is an asset as well. A car can be used as an asset as well. It doesn't have to be a liability. You can make it an asset. You can make it make money for you. You just have to learn how to become more of an asset. See, that's another thing too, bro. Self-discipline is falling in love with the journey, bro. Because if you're not in love with what you're doing, bro, it's gonna be hard to stay disciplined. If you fat as shit right now and your goal to lose weight is to do 2 miles a day, but you have donuts, cookies, and chips in the pantry, how how easy is it gonna be to really get to that 2 miles a day? Because you can wake up at any time and see those donuts, those Chips Ahoy cookies, and those Lay's chips sitting right in the furnace. And what do you think you're gonna do? You think you just gonna open that bitch and just let them sit and look all good and delicious, or you think you're gonna grab you a cookie or two or three or four or five? Let's be 100. So therefore, bro, you become self-disciplined by putting yourself in disciplined situations. You structure discipline by slowly taking that callus that's on your brain and pulling it off. It's like ripping a band-aid off. If you rip a band-aid off an unhealed wound, you'll see the flesh healing. But that's the part of discipline. Because the more that you say, I just eat a donut today and I'll go to the gym, or I'll just watch porn today and I won't watch it tomorrow, or I'll just go have sex with this woman and have, no energy exchange. Like, people don't realize that sex is it's a sexual energy exchange. Like, it's really a sacred energy exchange. This is something sacred. This isn't something to be, promoted, or just like talked about as if this is like walking to the store, or you feel me? Like, sex is promoted so much now to the point where it's like it's not even sacred anymore at all. Like, you could get sex anywhere. You could, like, there's prostitution, there's all these different forms of things, bro. And it's like, being an honorable man and being a superior man in today's time is hard when you have all these different distractions. You got sex and lust as a distraction. You have food as a distraction. You have unhealthy food. Predominantly, all the food in America is poison, down to maybe 10 to 5%. So you have that aspect. Then you have the aspect of, what do I want to do? What's my purpose? That's another question you have to ask yourself. And that's another question that has to be answered. Now I have my purpose, I have food, and then I have, let me think, what else do I have? I have the aspect of, who am I? Because how can you discipline someone that you don't know? How can you try to discipline and become an individual you have yet to discover, you have yet to meet yet? Crazy question, but it's a good question to answer. See, self-discipline isn't as hard as it has to be. Yes, discipline and self-restraint, having willpower, is hard. When you've been beating your meat every morning you wake up and you decide to stop, it's gonna take a lot of willpower out of you, bro, because your brain has created a like, the neuroplasticity in your brain, like, you feel me? Porn is admitted in your cerebral now. So, like, instead of having real sex with a human being, this is what the real sex is now converted to. You are supposed to be using your precious essence to create a child, yet and still you use this shit as if it's drinking some juice. Like, you taking a piss, you just spill this shit out every day. And your brain is now getting rewired to think, okay, now let me increase this prolactin because, you ejaculate a lot. All these different things, bro. Do your research. Like, you're not supposed to be nutting every day, let alone nutting every week, let alone really nutting, like, like, every month. Every man should be on semen retention, not only to build self-discipline, but to build character. If you have to have sex, if you have to, do these acts, then you are addicted, bro. You don't have to do anything, because sex is supposed to be for making a baby. Sex isn't supposed to be for recreational use. Sex is really supposed to be for a sacred exchange of energy with your partner and to create a child. So why are you using your energy and displaying it and just spilling it out as if this shit is just anything? You feel me? This is very important for your human evolution and for the prolonging of your bloodline. So I would, think about that if I were you. But on the other note, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, you can't have self-discipline if you don't know who you are. You can't have self-discipline if you don't know what your mission is. So next step would be figuring out who you are and figuring out why you are. Figuring out why you want to become the person you want to be. Whether that's an entrepreneur, whether, that's a creative, whether that's a successful artist, whether that's a successful salesperson, whatever the case may be. Whatever you want to do, you have to figure out why you want to do it. And you have to figure out how to use your why as your motivation. Not lean on and depend on your motivation, but to get started, you're going to have some form of dedication and determination, because you're not going to want to do it, like trying to be a salesperson and going and knocking on sales doors or prospective doors and cold calling. You're going to get a lot of no's. So if you don't have the discipline to stay down during that process, then you're going to give up. If you don't got the discipline to stay down at your 9 to 5 when shit get rough, then you're going to give up. If you don't have the discipline to stay down at the gym and take that pain and use it as motivation, then you'll run away from it every time. And that's what I mean by staying down. A lot of times people say stay down and stay in the same position until you come up. But what I'm telling you is staying down is primarily just you having a goal. You primarily focusing on that one thing, going after that one thing. Consistency, working after that one thing and getting out of your position. So if you at a 9 to 5 right now that you hate, but yet still you're not putting in no work to change your situation, how do you expect things to get better for you? How do you expect anything in your life to change? So if your reality right now is you seeing toxicity, bullshit, negativity, but you have no cultivation of character, you don't even know who you are, how do you plan to change your situation? I'm asking you all these questions because I'm trying to get you to think. I'm trying to get you to think about your next step. I'm trying to get you to think about where you're currently at. If you're at point A, now you have the dialogue on how to, okay, what do I want to do? And how do I want to do it? How am I going to go about accomplishing my goals? How am I going to go about structuring my habits? How am I going to go about removing bad habits out of my life, negative people out of my life, negative things out of my life, and replacing those things with positive people, positive things, and positive reinforcement? All about just taking the bad out and putting the good in. That's all it is, bro. Self-discipline comes with the want, bro. Like I said, you gotta want to be self-disciplined. It's gonna be a lot of days you don't want to get up out that bed. There's people on this earth that can't. It's gonna be a lot of days that you want to fap. There's gonna be a lot of days that you just simply don't want to put the work in. But you know what? Those are the days you gotta go even harder. Those days you wake up with no motivation, those days you wake up not wanting to do it, those days you wake up like, fuck, bro, I just want to sit in the bed and just rest my life away. Those are days you gotta put an emphasis on what you're doing. So if you're an artist right now, those days that you don't want to get in the booth, those are days you gotta get in the booth and make magic. For my creatives, the days that you just don't feel any creative ambition or power or just drive at all, those are days that you gotta find something within your being to be able to go forward and to be able to move forward to manifest those things into reality. For my salespeople, for my entrepreneurs, for, my people just in business in general, when you wake up and you feel like, man, not today, man, I can't be my highest version today. I just don't feel like it. That's when you have to go your hardest. I'm telling you, when you use that power and turn it into something positive and you raise your vibration, you're going to feel so much better. Just like when you go to the gym when you didn't want to go to and you was contemplating, you was sitting in the parking lot, you was on your phone, you was wasting time, bullshit, and you go in there and you have a fucking great workout. How do you feel after that? After those endorphins and serotonins were released? after that, those chemicals were released. You felt fucking amazing, didn't you? Amazing. So like I said, bro, self-discipline is a result of you. Self-discipline is a result of the person you need to become. Self-discipline is a result of who you are right now in the cultivation of that individual. Keep going, bro. Keep striving and keep thriving in this life right now, bro. And trust me, you gonna get it. You gonna get to where you wanna go. I believe in you, gang. I'm out.